The courtroom grew heavier when the bailiff called the next witness. This wasn't an accountant, it wasn't a nanny, it was one of the Browns' own children. The young adult walked to the stand, raised their hand, swore to tell the truth, and sat down. The jury leaned forward, reporters' pens stilled. The air was thick. Because this testimony was different, the prosecutor spoke softly. "Can you tell us what it was like growing up in the Brown family?" The witness hesitated, then answered with quiet strength. "We were told it was about family, about unity, but it didn't feel that way. Some moms had support. Others didn't. Even as kids, we could see it. We learned early, if you agreed with Dad, life was easier. If you didn't, you paid for it." The gallery murmured. The judge's gavel cracked. Order in the court. The prosecutor pressed further. "What about financial support?" The child nodded slowly. "My mom was told there wasn't money for school fees for activities, but then we'd see trips, vacations, and private lessons for Robyn's kids. We noticed, we just weren't allowed to talk about it." Christine wiped at her eyes. Janelle sat straighter, her face calm but resolute. Mary lowered her gaze, her silence echoing louder than words. Across the aisle, Cody's fists tightened against the table. Robyn wept openly into her tissues, her sobs audible across the room. Another child testified later that day. Their words matched the first. Love didn't feel unconditional. It felt like loyalty was the price you had to pay. If you weren't loyal, you were invisible. The prosecutor nodded gently. "And what did that do to you?" The child's voice cracked. "It made us feel like family wasn't real, like it was an act for the cameras." The silence that followed was suffocating. Even the defense hesitated before rising for cross-examination. "Isn't it true," the attorney asked sharply, "that every family has struggles, that every child sometimes feels left out?" The witness didn't flinch. "Yes, but in our family it wasn't sometimes. It was the system. We all knew it, we just couldn't say it." The jury scribbled furiously, their faces grim. The emotional weight was heavier than any receipt or financial record. The testimony of the Browns' children wasn't just evidence. It was a mirror, reflecting the truth of a family fractured by favoritism, hidden behind years of television smiles. And once the jury heard their voices, no amount of denial could silence the truth again.